Imagine waking up at 6:30 a.m. You stretch, shuffle to the kitchen, pour a cup of coffee, maybe grab a slice of toast, or skip breakfast altogether. You tell yourself it's enough to get by. But by noon, you're feeling sluggish, a little foggy, maybe even irritable. If you're over 60, this isn't just getting older. This could be the silent erosion of your male strength starting right at your breakfast table. You see, most men after 60 don't realize how much power they lose simply by starting the day wrong. Breakfast isn't just a meal. It's your morning signal to every system in your body. Done right, it can reignite testosterone production, stabilize your energy, and even set the stage for stronger circulation to your most vital areas. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how breakfast can either rob you of your male vitality or restore it naturally without pills or side effects. You'll learn which 5 simple breakfast ingredients can help increase blood flow, strengthen your pelvic muscles, and boost your confidence in ways you didn't think were possible after 60. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal one powerful morning combination that has helped men feel a dramatic difference in less than a week. Let's begin. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. William. I'm a men's health specialist and urologist who spent over 25 years helping older men restore their strength, improve their circulation, and reclaim their confidence, especially when it comes to intimacy and independence. I'm now retired, living a quieter life, but I haven't stopped caring. In fact, I've made it my mission to continue sharing the most powerful, natural solutions I've seen work, because I've been in the room with thousands of men who've said, "I wish I'd known this sooner." I'm originally from Georgia, and let me tell you, no matter where you're watching this from, the truth is the same. The older we get, the more vital it becomes to start the day with the right fuel. In just a few minutes, you're going to discover everyday products you probably walk past at the store all the time, but have no idea how powerful they really are for male strength. And most importantly, you'll learn how to use them correctly. Because here's the scary part. Used the wrong way, these common foods can actually block blood flow instead of improving it. They can quietly weaken circulation, reduce energy, and speed up the very decline you're trying to avoid. But used right, they can open up the blood vessels, strengthen your pelvic muscles, and help your body start producing what it needs to keep you feeling like you again. Before we dive in, do me a favor. Let's build a community here. Drop a comment below and tell me where in the world you're watching this from. I'd love to know where this message is reaching. Whether you're in Florida, California, or sitting in a small town anywhere on Earth, you're not alone. Now stay with me, because in just a moment, I'm going to walk you through a morning method that can help you feel stronger circulation, more energy, and yes, even a boost in male confidence in just days. If there's one word that most men ignore until it's too late, it's this: recovery. After 60, recovery isn't optional, it's survival. When your body stops recovering the way it used to, that's not just aging, that's the early warning sign of something far more serious. Your muscles stay sore longer. Your mind takes more time to refocus. Your energy never quite refills. These aren't small issues. They're the first quiet signals that your body is struggling to keep up, and if left unchecked, they become the first steps toward decline and eventually death. I know that sounds harsh, but after decades in medicine, I've seen it play out more times than I care to remember. Men who ignored recovery, pushed through fatigue, skipped meals, didn't adjust their habits, until one day, the strength just didn't come back. That's why this video is different. In just a few minutes, I'll be sharing a detailed plan, a real, step-by-step approach using common, powerful foods that help improve blood flow, support male strength, and most importantly, help your body recover faster and stronger. But listen to me carefully. You need to watch this entire video. Every piece of advice builds on the last. Miss even one part, and the plan falls apart. These ingredients work together. If you skip ahead or leave early, the results may not come at all. Now let me introduce you to our first natural powerhouse, something I call Viagra from the garden. Raw garlic. One tiny clove. That's all it takes. It contains a compound called allicin, which helps dilate your blood vessels and stimulates circulation directly to your pelvis. In simpler terms, It helps send blood where it needs to go when you need it most. This isn't hype. This is biology. Better circulation means more oxygen to your tissues, stronger pelvic muscle tone, and even improved sensitivity. How to use it? Take 1 clove on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. Swallow it whole with warm water, or chop it finely and add it to porridge or spread on bread. Do this daily, and you may start to feel changes within the week. Let me tell you a quick story about a man named Frank. Frank was 68, a retired firefighter, proud, tough, and used to powering through anything. But when he sat in my office, he wasn't the same man who once ran into burning buildings without hesitation. He told me, quietly, "Doc, it's not just about sex. I don't feel like me anymore. No morning strength. No confidence. No spark." He tried pills. They gave him headaches and made his heart race. He tried powders and potions from the internet, but nothing lasted. That's when I gave him something incredibly simple. 1 clove of raw garlic on an empty stomach each morning. That's it. He laughed at first. "You're kidding me, right?" I wasn't. See, garlic isn't just food. It's fuel for your blood vessels. It contains allicin, which directly relaxes and expands the arteries, including the smallest, most sensitive ones in the pelvis. That means more blood, more oxygen, and more response, exactly where a man needs it most. And here's the secret. The male organ is like a warning light on your dashboard. It's the first to react when blood flow improves, and the first to shut down when circulation is poor. 3 days later, Frank called me, giddy, almost embarrassed. "I woke up with something I haven't seen in a while, Doc," he said with a chuckle. "It's working." Why did it happen so fast? Because his body was ready. It just needed the right trigger. And garlic, simple as it sounds, was that trigger. It opened up his blood vessels, boosted nitric oxide production, and gave his system the signal it had been waiting for. No side effects, no prescriptions, just nature doing what it was meant to do. And this is just one piece of the puzzle. In the next part of the video, I'll show you the second ingredient, a fruit, actually, that works hand in hand with garlic to deepen circulation and help your body recover overnight while you sleep. But remember, none of this works if you miss a step. Watch the entire video so you don't miss the full plan at the end. Everything works together, skip one part, and you may lose the result entirely. So if Frank's story reminded you of your own or someone you know, drop a comment below and say, "I'm ready to try." Let's see how many men we can bring back to full strength together. Now that you've seen what 1 clove of garlic can do, let's talk about a second morning weapon, one that most men have in their fridge right now, but completely underestimate: the raw egg. But not just any egg, free-range, natural eggs. The kind where the chickens aren't pumped with hormones or artificial feed. One raw egg in the morning can deliver a powerful hormonal boost to men over 60, especially when combined with a teaspoon of honey or stirred into warm milk. Why is this so effective? Because inside that shell is a perfect blend of protein, healthy fat, and choline, 3 critical building blocks your body uses to make testosterone. That's right, not pills, not shots, just nature's own hormonal toolkit. Testosterone is what fuels your muscle tone, your energy, your confidence, and yes, your ability to rise to the occasion. And as we age, our natural production slows down. But give your body the right tools, and it knows exactly what to do. The raw egg also nourishes your pelvic floor muscles, those hidden muscles that control blood flow, stamina, and urinary strength. When they're weak, everything suffers. But feed them right, and they come back strong. Let me explain how it works inside your body. The choline in egg yolks boosts neurotransmitters in the brain tied to arousal and alertness. The fats help restore hormone balance, especially when your system is slowing down. And the protein supports recovery and tissue repair, especially in the pelvic region. Combine that with garlic's blood vessel dilation, and you've just created a morning routine that supports both the engine and the fuel lines of your sexual health. How to take it? Simply crack 1 fresh, free-range egg into a glass, add a teaspoon of raw honey, and drink it straight, or stir it gently into a cup of warm milk and sip it slowly. Do this once a day, preferably first thing in the morning. In just days, you may notice stronger morning firmness, better bladder control, and even a subtle shift in your energy and mood. But remember, this only works when done as part of the complete plan, which we're putting together piece by piece. That's why I urge you, stay until the end of this video. One skip step, and the results could vanish. In the next section, I'll share a powerful fruit that works like a circulation multiplier, doubling the effect of everything we've discussed so far. Now get ready, because this part contains one of the strongest combinations you'll ever hear about when it comes to restoring male strength naturally. Lemon and pepper. You might think of lemon as something for tea and pepper as just a spice, but when used the right way, together they become a powerful circulation stimulant and hormone booster, especially for men over 60 who need help in the lower regions. This is one of my favorite morning tools for waking up the body. And yes, waking up what's down there too. Here's how it works. Lemon is rich in vitamin C, a nutrient your blood vessels desperately need as they age. It strengthens the walls of those delicate arteries, especially the ones in the pelvis, the smallest, most easily blocked, and most essential for male sexual function. Without strong vessels, blood doesn't get where it needs to go. And guess what's first to suffer? That's right, your ability to perform, recover, and feel confident. Pepper, whether black or cayenne, does something else entirely. It forces blood flow to the pelvis. It activates your circulation like a gentle internal fire, helping move blood downward where it needs to go, the genitals. The result? A fast-acting, natural surge in blood delivery to the areas that matter most. This combination doesn't just help with erectile strength. It improves sensitivity, responsiveness, and even hormonal activation, making it easier for your body to wake up fully, not just mentally, but physically. How to use it? Squeeze half a lemon into a glass of warm water, then add a small pinch of black or cayenne pepper. Drink this before breakfast, before anything else enters your system. It sets the stage for everything that follows. It tells your body it's time to turn the power back on. And when you pair this with garlic and raw egg, you're not just treating symptoms, you're attacking the root cause of poor circulation and low male energy at the same time. This combination has helped dozens of my former patients see improvements in morning firmness, stamina, and even emotional well-being within days, not months. But remember, this only works if you follow the plan exactly. Skip the order, skip the method, and you'll miss the effect. So stay with me, because up next, I'll reveal a fruit that's often overlooked, but when added to this plan, it keeps the fire burning all day long. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever tried lemon water in the morning? Type yes or no below, and let's keep sharing. Now here's a surprise for most men. Fat, when it's the right kind, can be one of your greatest allies for strength and circulation. Let me introduce you to a forgotten classic, herring. Whether it's salted or homemade, this fish isn't just tasty, it's medicinal for older men. You see, herring is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, and here's why that matters. Omega-3s help thin the blood naturally, improving flow through even the narrowest vessels, including those crucial ones in the pelvis that determine whether your strength shows up when you need it most. If you've been dealing with numbness in your legs, tired calves, or weaker erections, these are signs that blood isn't moving the way it should. It's getting stuck, sluggish, and if you don't act, it only gets worse. That's where herring steps in. The healthy fats in herring cleanse your blood vessels, break down old plaque, and improve elasticity, meaning more oxygen, more sensation, and better response where it counts. I've had patients who told me, "Doc, I thought my legs were just getting old," only to find that adding herring a few times a week brought back the feeling in their feet and restored some long-missing confidence in the bedroom. How to use it? In the morning, take 2 to 3 small pieces of herring, preferably homemade or low in sodium, and eat it with black bread or a few boiled potatoes. It's filling, nourishing, and gets to work almost immediately. Just don't go overboard with the salt, especially if you have high blood pressure. And here's the best part. This is one of those rare foods that supports both the brain and the body. It improves blood to the pelvis and to your head, meaning better memory, clearer thinking, and more alertness throughout the day. Add this to the garlic, egg, and lemon pepper plan we've already discussed, and you're creating a daily routine that strengthens your circulation, fuels your recovery, and brings back the kind of strength most men thought they lost for good. But don't stop here, because in the next part, we'll talk about one natural sweet ingredient that helps lock in these results and supports the glands responsible for hormone production. And tell me below in the comments, have you ever tried herring for health reasons? If yes, type herring works. If no, type trying it soon. Let's keep this conversation alive. Let me ask you something. What's the very first thing you put into your body each day? If your answer is nothing, or just coffee, you're missing out on one of the simplest, most powerful ways to kickstart your blood flow, hormone balance, and overall male strength. Let me introduce you to this sweet morning booster, a warm glass of water with a teaspoon of raw honey. Now, don't roll your eyes. This isn't some folk remedy passed down with no science behind it. This is biology at work. I had a patient named Thomas, 72, who came to me feeling drained every morning. He'd shuffle out of bed, stiff legs, low energy, and zero motivation. His blood pressure was creeping up, circulation down, and his libido was barely a whisper of what it once was. He said, "Doc, I'm just not starting the day right anymore." So I told him to try one simple thing. Before anything else, before garlic, eggs, or even brushing his teeth, drink 1 glass of warm water with a teaspoon of raw honey. He looked at me like I'd recommended fairy dust. But here's what happened. Within 2 weeks, his legs weren't dragging anymore. He had more energy, his mood lifted, and he even noticed more frequent morning strength returning. "I didn't expect it," he said. "But it's like I turned the key and the engine started again." So why does it work? Because honey is a natural stimulant for your blood, lymph, and liver. It kickstarts your metabolism, helps clear out toxins, and feeds your vascular system with nutrients that support energy and erection strength. It's rich in zinc, magnesium, and enzymes, the same elements your body uses to fuel testosterone production, cellular repair, and sexual stamina. The warm water, not hot, not cold, helps dilate your blood vessels gently, allowing these nutrients to absorb quickly and move through your system like an early morning power surge. How to use it? Simple. Mix 1 teaspoon of raw honey in 200 milliliters of warm water. Drink it immediately upon waking up, before food, supplements, or even coffee. Think of it as pressing the reset button for your blood flow. From your head down to your pelvis, it tells your body it's time to circulate. It's time to perform. And when added to the garlic, egg, lemon, and herring plan, this creates a full circle approach to healing, strengthening, and recharging the male body from the inside out. Up next, I'll show you the final ingredient in this morning routine, something you wouldn't expect to help with intimacy, but once it's in place, everything else works even better. And before you go, share below, have you tried honey with warm water before? If not, type starting tomorrow. If you have, tell us how it made you feel. Let's inspire each other to get stronger together. 5-day plan to recharge blood flow and male strength. You've made it this far, and now it's time to put it all together. Because knowing what helps is one thing, but actually doing it, that's where the real change happens. So here's your 5-day plan. Follow this exactly, just like a prescription. But instead of pills, this one's written by nature itself. Day 1 through day 5, morning routine. Step 1. Right after you wake up, drink 1 glass of warm water mixed with a teaspoon of raw honey. This gets your blood moving, clears out the liver, and wakes up your metabolism. Step 2. 15 minutes later, swallow 1 clove of raw garlic with warm water, or chop it up and eat it with a little porridge or bread. This boosts blood flow straight to your pelvic region and helps your vessels expand. Step 3. Crack 1 raw free-range egg into a glass. Add a teaspoon of honey or warm milk. Stir and drink. This fuels testosterone, supports your pelvic muscles, and gives you hormonal strength from the inside out. Step 4. With your breakfast, eat 2 to 3 small pieces of herring, preferably homemade or low salt. Pair it with black bread or some boiled potatoes. The healthy fats in herring thin the blood and help it move better through your legs and pelvic region. Step 5. Before breakfast ends, squeeze half a lemon into a glass of warm water and add a pinch of black or cayenne pepper. Drink it slowly. This last step is like hitting the gas pedal on your blood flow. It supports your vessels, fires up your hormones, and helps you absorb everything else. Now, why does this work? Because every ingredient in this plan supports the next. One opens the vessels. One fuels your hormones. One thins the blood. One fires up your nerves. It's a system. Miss one part, and the chain breaks. But follow it, and you may start noticing changes by day 2 or 3. You might feel less heaviness in your legs, more warmth in your hands and feet, more energy, and maybe, just maybe, a return of that morning strength you've been missing. By day 5, some men tell me their head is clearer, their body responds better, and their confidence back where it belongs, but only if you stick with it. So here's what I want you to do right now. Write this plan down, put it on your fridge, commit to it, and most importantly, tell me in the comments. I'm starting the 5-day plan. Let's build a brotherhood of men who aren't giving up, but rising up. You're not too old. You're not past your prime. If you're still breathing, your body can still heal. You just have to give it the right fuel. So let's get started. Together.